Hello everyone, my name is Professor Albert Nygren. I'm the Executive Director and the Curator of the New Jersey Film Festival, and I've been running this thing since 1982, and we're back for our 42nd annual, actually it's a biannual festival, and we'll be doing a number of film screenings starting on January 26th, 2024, and they'll run through February 18th on weekends. Our festival is a hybrid program, which means that the films will all be available online, but there will also be in-person shows for all of the programs. The video on demand component is where you get to see the films for 24 hours on their show date, and you purchase a ticket that allows you to watch it online, but it also allows you to come to the in-person screening. And the in-person screenings are either at 5 p.m. or at 7 p.m. There'll be about 43 films that we received from over 600 entries from around the world. So you're going to get to see the creme de la creme. And then I'm here today to talk to some of the filmmakers, and we have a very special Jersey filmmaker here, Evelyn Reese, and she's the director of Innocent Observer, which we'll be screening on February 9th, correct? Yes. And you're part of a batch of shorts. I think it's called Shorts Program 3. Evelyn, tell our audience a little bit about the film itself.
I started thinking about the quote, like, he loves me not, but if it were taken in a darker twist. And on top of that, I added components of beauty standards and how someone can kind of lose themselves in the media today. And I kind of filled them in together. But
yeah, it's a wonderful film, and the main actors are really terrific.
They are.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit about the main actor.
Of course.
She's really great.
Yeah, so she's been my dance partner since I was 2 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and freshman year of high school, she talked about wanting to make a YouTube channel, and she started really getting into film. And only this past year, she decided to be in one of my shorts, but I'm really glad she did.
Yeah, she has a really good stage presence.
She does.
And I think, you know, she has a future in cinema if she wants to go
agree.
that direction.
I agree.
Well, I mean, I should tell the audience, I met Evelyn at the Somerset Teen Arts program last May. My assistant and myself were judges for that program, and when we saw Evelyn's first film, we were just completely blown away by the sophistication of the voiceover and the images. It wasn't a high school film. It was really way ahead of its time. So it was nice to see your newest film, which I think is also a step forward in your development.
Thank you.
What do you have planned in the future?
I'm filming another 2 films by the end of this year. I just finished editing 2 of them that I made in November. And then coming in the new year, I'm making a documentary with my dance teacher about struggles of African Americans in the media industry.
Wonderful. So. I mean, I should mention that you're a dancer first. Is that true?
I am, yeah.
So how do you meld dance with cinema?
I've kind of always been just a lover of the arts in all sense, and I think the emotional output of dance and film is very similar, but I enjoy writing too, and I think that's where I really got into film.
So tell our audience about Innocent Observer. It's about a young gal who's obsessed with a man, a young boy, and tell us what happens in the movie without giving anything away.
Well, she loses sight of herself, and through the pursuit of this boy, she tries to change herself over and over again, and when she doesn't fit the mold, she becomes a bit violent.
So when you made this film, did it evolve, or was it pretty much you stuck to the script from the very beginning?
I actually never make scripts. I'm not a very script person, so it did evolve, definitely. I had the thoughts in my head of what I wanted to do, but working with Sophia and Nick is really great because they let me just make new ideas as we go along, so it definitely evolved as I went on.
Were there any memorable stories when you were actually filming, things that went wrong or things that were unexpected, wonderful moments? Or
I mean, Sophia and Nick are both very big presences, and Sophia, when one of the scenes we were in our public park and I asked her to fake scream, she didn't, and she just went for it, and a bunch of people came over to make sure she was okay.
Oh my gosh.
Which was sweet, but it was very awkward and uncomfortable, but it was funny. And yeah, I mean, we ruined Nick's loafers when he had to sit in the mud, which was unfortunate, but other than that, I mean, it was just as fun as any other film with them.
How long did it take to make the film?
I filmed it in 2 days, and then I edited it in 1.
Wow, that's very quick. So you're like Ed Wood School. That's very nice. Well, I mean, what do you enjoy about cinema? I mean, I mean, you're obviously good at it. What drew you to the medium?
I mean, watching movies definitely inspired me, and how people were able to tell their own stories and just kind of things they made up in their heads as well, and I liked that freedom. So I started writing, and then when I went to high school, I took my first film class, and they let us borrow the cameras if we wanted to, so I really got to explore it all. So.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, folks, you absolutely have to check out this film, which is going to be part of a block of shorts on February 9th. It's at 7 p.m. and it's on a Friday evening. It's Shorts Program 3, and there's about 6 or 7 films that all deal with kind of relationships. So it's a nice block of films. We have films from India, from Germany, from the United States, from Canada, and so you have to absolutely see this film. You want more information, you go to njfilmfest.com, and when you get to our homepage, you click on current events, and you'll see 2024, Spring 2024, New Jersey Film Festival. You click the red button, and that'll bounce you to our Eventive website, which is where we stream from, but it's also the place where you'll buy tickets. So tickets are $15 for each program. If you want to see everything, we have a full access pass, and you get to see everything for $100, so it's like half price off. It's a really great deal. And when you buy a ticket, you get to see the movie online and in person. And we had a number of people would watch the film during the day, then they would come and watch it again and interact with the filmmakers during the Q&A session. So you get a lot for your money, and it's a really wonderful program, and you'll also get to meet Evelyn. She'll be at the screening to take your questions. So thank you so much for coming, Evelyn.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and hope to see you guys at the movies.
It's immeasurable, the way that those boys could make me shrink. They wouldn't even have to look at me and my thoughts would dissipate. My eyes would hang open, unable to blink. I tried to loathe them for this, but their charm never fell short of crushing my immunity. How, I don't know, but when he glanced in my direction, my heart would bend. Like a lost dog or a piece of garbage caught in the wind, I'd follow him throughout our city, yet I still couldn't utter a word. Nothing that would amount, nothing that would have meant. The mirror spit the harsh truth. I'm not a girl he'd ever want.